Hello and welcome to my webpage and to my channel Schema Therapy with Susan. Today I will continue introducing the 18 early maladaptive schemas within the framework of Jeffrey Young's schema therapy model. In this video we will find out more about the punitiveness schema, which belongs to the overvigilance and inhibition schema domain. As we have already clarified, early maladaptive schemas are psychological constructs that include maladaptive beliefs about ourselves, the world, and other people. Schema therapy's basic idea is that when the normal healthy developmental needs of childhood are not met, early maladaptive schemas will develop. These will later lead to self-defeating behavior patterns. For more general information on schema therapy and other schemas, you can check out my webpage and my channel. People with the punitiveness schema believe that life is bad and they are bad too. They tend to have a negative and aggressive way of thinking and behaving toward others, but more importantly, to themselves. The best way to detect this schema is by the punitive, blaming tone of voice these people use when someone has made a mistake, whether they are speaking about other people or about themselves. This punitive voice is heartless, cold, and contemptuous. It lacks compassion. The origin of this punitive tone of voice is almost always a blaming parent who spoke in the same tone of voice, conveying the implacable necessity of exacting punishment. When activated, this schema may understandably trigger frustrations directed at the self or those around, and may make the person impatient, annoyed, guilty, and excessively worried about imperfections or flawed behaviors. Forgiveness can be difficult to achieve. This schema is often related to a sense of staying in control and creating a predictable environment in which bad things are punished and good things rewarded, thus letting people believe they can avoid bad things happening if they behave well. The true need behind this schema is to feel safe and whole despite the flaws, and to build distress tolerance about unpredictability of life. In lives of people with this schema, punishment is a central theme. They punish themselves through destructive behavior like cutting themselves and getting into dangerous situations. They may push away people who care for them. They frequently feel quite tense, empty, or angry. Anger is also present in the way they interact with people surrounding them. People with this schema have experienced a lot of punishment in their childhood. They were either the victim or the witness of aggression in their home. These experiences led to the development of their punishing inner voice. Here are some questions to think about if you are considering whether the punitiveness schema resonates with you. In schema therapy, clients explore the advantages and disadvantages of punishment versus forgiveness, and that helps them accept intellectually that punishment is not an effective way to deal with mistakes. They work toward building empathy and forgiveness for human beings in all their frailty and imperfection. They learn to consider extenuating circumstances and to have a balanced response when someone makes an error or fails to meet their expectations. Becoming convinced on a cognitive level that the cost of the schema is greater than the benefit can help strengthen the person's resolution to battle the schema. Much experiential work focuses on fighting internalizations of the punitive parent. In imagery work, people picture the parent talking to them in the punitive tone of voice. They talk back to the parent saying, "I'm not going to listen to you anymore, you are wrong and you are not good for me." This kind of work gives a person more distance from the schema. People can also say to themselves, "Punishment wasn't healthy for me in childhood and I'm not going to punish other people or myself anymore." The aim of behavioral strategies is to practice more forgiving responses in situations where people have urges to blame themselves or others. By practicing this, they can compare whether the consequences match their dire predictions. Additionally, the therapist models forgiveness throughout the therapy relationship, emphasizing compassion over punishment. If you are interested in schema therapy, you can contact me at my email address. Also, check out my webpage for more information and regular self-development activity updates.